So this, okay. Let's see if we can show it to you. There we go. So yeah, Hey guys, it's Gwen. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about my modeling experience. I didn't even think I would ever do a story time on this, because to me it's kind of insignificant, but at the same time it's not. Growing up, me and my mom bonded over a few different TV shows, and one of them was America's Next Top Model. I had been watching that since I don't even know what age, but it was before 7 years old, so it was a long time of watching this show. And America's Next Top Model is a competition hosted by Tyra Banks. I still love her to death to this day. Even though I do not want to model as a career anymore, I did almost my entire childhood and leading up to teenage years. I wanted to be a model as a career. So I've always looked up to Tyra Banks. She is a huge supermodel and a host, and I just find her so cool. But anyway, I grew up watching that. I wanted to be a model as a career, and I was living in San Diego, California when I was 7 years old, and my mom decided to take headshots of me, full body shots of me, and I don't know who she gave them to, but she gave them to someone, and I got to meet this guy,
and he wanted me to rock.
He wanted me to walk down his runway. It was a legit runway. It had chairs all around it. If I can find an example, I'll insert a picture here. It had chairs all around it. It's a legit runway. He wanted me to walk down, pose, and walk back. I did not have a good walk back then. I honestly don't even have a good walk now. But I was definitely more shy and nervous back then. I mean, I was only 7. I'm definitely very, very confident now. Not cocky, just confident. But I do not, when I was 7, I did not have the courage to talk to strangers without my mom, and I did not have any sort of confidence in my walk or in being able to model. I knew I was a pretty girl because I was told a lot I was a pretty girl and that I could model, but I personally did not feel the confidence that I could do it, even though I really, really wanted it. So I walk down this runway. My whole body is shaking because I'm really, really nervous, and I've only ever walked in front of my mom. And so I walk down the runway, I mean, God. I walk down the runway, I pose, and I don't remember what question he asked me, but he asked me something. I froze, my face started to feel red, and I just start crying. I can't take myself seriously when I tell this story, because it's just why were you crying at the end of a runway? Nothing happened. But I was just awkward and scared, and I guess he had asked me something that either threw me off or I don't know, but I started crying, and I didn't go back to trying to model until I was 11. And when I turned 12, I went to a modeling camp, and it was in the DC area because I lived in Virginia at the time, and I actually loved this modeling camp. I had a lot of fun, and my mom or stepdad would drop me off in the morning and then come pick me up in the evening, so we spent a good amount of time there every single day. And then towards the end of the camp, we did a photo shoot and a runway. The photo shoot was actually kind of professional, like pretty professional, but the runway was not. Like, it was a legit runway platform, but it was not like for a bunch of people, so I didn't really feel like it was like a legit thing. But the photo shoot did kind of look legit, and what happened during that experience was very legit, so I kind of understand it. Leading up to that, every single day we would like start out by learning about makeup, or learning about poses, or learning about how you walk correctly, or we would do exercises with partners and critique each other to like help each other get better. And then we would have lunch, and I find this so funny and kind of sad at the same time, but I don't know what kind of building we were in. I just know that when we went to lunch, it was like in a legit restaurant, and I'm like, we're a bunch of like 12 through 16-year-olds eating in a restaurant like alone, and I find that very odd. But anyway, we were at this restaurant for lunch every single day, and the same stuff was on the menu every single day, and I liked Caesar salad back then a lot, to the point where every single day I ordered the same thing. I had a chicken Caesar salad, water, and a cookie, and that's what I had every day. I never got sick of it, not once. But I did notice that like everything on the menu was either a salad or some sort of like really healthy dish. Like, the only unhealthy part of it was having dessert, or if you had soda. And it just made me like think about the fact that like we're so young, and like yet like the industry is still very controlling on what they want you to eat, what they want you to look like. And you know, lucky for me, I was a very skinny blonde girl with bright blue eyes, so it didn't really matter back then what I ate. I could not gain weight to save my life. And which I wanted it, because I wanted boobs and I wanted a butt, and but I could not gain weight to save my life. And so that was good, but I did take a mental note of the fact that the menus were the same every day, and the dishes were very healthy, and there was like no unhealthy sort of lunch or dinner you could have for like people who didn't like the few things on the menu. It's because the industry wants to control what you look like and what you eat. And I don't know, thinking about that today is very odd to me, because it's like, these are kids, not just like adults who make their own choices. These are kids that you influence them mentally. You influence how their life will be later on in their adult life. Like, had they pushed us even farther, like talking about working out constantly and eating very little, like, I'm sure had they said some of those things, some of the girls that I still know today would probably have EDs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, trigger warning for those of you that have EDs, real quick, if you don't want to hear this, click out. But some of those girls probably have eating disorders. Luckily, they did not go that far, but it was something I noticed. And so towards the end, we do a runway. We had partners where you just walk to the middle of the runway, pose, walk to the end of the runway, pose, and you were either posing next to your partner or like doing some sort of pose together. Like, I think one pose I did with my partner, we were like back to back putting our hands together. Like, it was very weird. But that was just in front of friends and family. My favorite part of the whole experience was the photo shoot. You had to pick 2 outfits and pick what kind of makeup you wanted, what kind of hairstyle you wanted. And it was professionally shot, and you had to pay for the pictures to like keep them and stuff like that. And I have the pictures with me, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like. So this, okay, let's see if we can show it to you. There we go. So yeah, my favorites are this one and that one. the very two corners at the bottom. Yeah, so my outfits were like jeans, a shirt, and like this peach jacket, and then my second outfit was this black romper and a leather jacket. I like the leather jacket outfit way more. This was my favorite part of the whole experience because it was very realistic. A lot of the stuff in modeling camp was not realistic to what I was seeing in like real life contests, like America's Next Top Model. That is not what it was like, but the photo shoot was, because we had a ton of girls that had to get through a photo shoot, do hair and makeup, get changed, get through your photos, and then change again and do more photos. So it was actually pretty realistic. When I got there that day, like I told you guys, we would learn, have lunch, and then like learn or do pair work. And this day we brought in our outfits and got changed into our first outfit, started hair and makeup, and then waited in line. And it was so fast. Like, you're changing, you're doing makeup real quick, you're doing your shoot, you're getting out while the next girl goes, changing your hair and makeup, and then going right back to shooting. And so I don't know if you guys could see it, but not only I hate the reflection. Not only do I have like different outfits on, but my hairstyle is very different. My makeup wasn't that different, so that part didn't take very long, but like my hairstyle was definitely different. So that was very realistic in terms of like what an actual photo shoot would be like. Anyway, thanks for watching today's video, you guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.